Hello Pokemon trainers! Welcome back to another Pokemon Sun and Moon video here on iStarly TV. Today we're going to show you how to get Zygarde and talk about all the different forms and the different ways that you can go about getting Zygarde. It can be a little bit confusing. I also will be posting a link in the description to Serebii.net with a very useful resource for how to find all of the Zygarde core crystals and where they are located in the game. I would love to show that on screen, but I've actually found many of them myself already in the game, and I can't go back and re-find them. So I found a little over 50 of them. And yeah, anyways, check the description if you want to know where to find all of those cores. So that's the way you obtain Zygarde in the game, is by finding the Zygarde cores scattered across the Alola region. I'm sure you've seen them. They're the little green sparkling areas. You approach them, you press A, and then it says this little item was sucked into the Zygarde cube or whatever. That is how you obtain Zygarde. You collect those. Depending on how many of those you've collected, it's going to determine which form of Zygarde you acquire and also how powerful it is. So if you have about 10 of these crystals, then you're going to get Zygarde's 10% form, which is the little dog. And then if you have 50 or more, then you're going to get the standard Zygarde form, which you see on the screen. And then if you have 100% of those crystals, I believe there are 100 of them, you will get the Zygarde's complete form. So to start, you're going to fly to Route 16, and you'll notice on the bottom of the screen, Route 16 has two different areas that you can fly to. You're going to fly to the one that's more towards the bottom right there. You're going to fly to there. I'm already there, so I'm good. That'll fly you to a Pokemon Center. And to the right of the Pokemon Center, you're going to see this little trailer here. You've probably approached this part in the game, in the main story, but now you're coming back here. You can actually obtain this Pokemon as you get here in the game. I just didn't opt to do that just yet. I'm going to get it now. And you're going to approach this computer. What would you like to do? Now, there are going to be a few options here. Assembly allows you to create the Zygarde. Depending on how many of the cores you have, that'll determine how powerful your Zygarde and what form. Separation means you already have a Zygarde and you want to disassemble it to kind of rebuild with the cores and try to make a stronger Zygarde. So if you already have a Zygarde, later in the game when you have more of the cores, you could totally separate them and try to rebuild a new one. So since I do not have a Zygarde yet, I'm going to go to Assembly. And now you have a couple options. You can use Zygarde and the Zygarde Cube. What this means is that if you already have a Zygarde, you can use that in addition to the additional cores you've found, and that'll create a more powerful Zygarde. So if I have Zygarde's 50% form, and then I have 50 extra cores that I found later on, then I can use this option to create the complete Zygarde form. Since I do not have Zygarde yet, I'm going to use the second option, using the Zygarde Cube only. This is used if you do not have Zygarde at all yet. So I'm going to select that. The 50% stored in the Zygarde Cube will be used to assemble Zygarde 50% form. Is that okay? Yes, it is. And it'll go through a little kind of machine assembly thing. Some assembly required for your legendary ground and dragon type. And that's going to add Zygarde's data to the Pokédex, which is pretty awesome. It is awesome that you can obtain Zygarde fairly early, not early in the game, but you obtain this powerful legendary Pokemon early enough in the game that you can actually use it to help you in the Elite Four and whatnot. And that's Zygarde. I'm not going to give it a nickname right now, but that is how you obtain Zygarde and how to kind of build towards different Zygarde forms. Maybe I'll be doing a video covering each of those in specific detail, but I hope this video has helped you out. Please be sure to leave a like if it did, and if you enjoyed, also feel free to subscribe, and don't forget to check out the description where I will be posting the full link to the very useful Serebii guide on where to find all of the Zygarde cores. That's what I'm going to be using to complete the Zygarde form myself. So I'll see you very soon. Hope you enjoy your new Zygarde.